what I was thinking. Like, good, but kick him out again, and the guy's gone. And I'm not being sexist. I don't want to hear that bullshit. It could be both ways. Guy kicks a girl out, girl kicks a guy out, blah, blah, blah. You're moving in again. If it doesn't work out this time, move on. Emily and Gina, 7 seasons. Like, man, that is more than most housewives. That's a long run. They're doing okay. They've grown on me. I'm finally coming around. I actually came around to them last season. Anyway, now the Bravo Babe is at, and the Bravo Babe has she has DM'd us receipts. So, there's this whole thing that now takes center stage. I didn't realize there was going to be that big an issue on this episode where Katie is referring to her as the blogger. Well, her name is the Bravo Babe. And, this whole thing where once all that was over, that, she's saying, the Bravo Babe is saying, I've seen the receipts because she sent them to me, that Katie slipped into her DMs, wanting to ruin Emily, to going after Emily. I've seen the receipts. There's also a voicemail they play on the damn show. Seems like Katie reached out to her. Now, couple of things. I got a lot to say about this later on. I mean, this is exactly like maybe we should have the Bravo Babe here on the Patreon. This is exactly like Melissa's old nose, exactly with Teresa. It was a mutual relationship. Now there's rumors that Teresa and Jen Aiden, gave a little cha-ching around the world to lots of people and lots of the, scumbag podcasts. Not that Melissa's old nose we love, but this is the same thing. Here is a housewife reaching out to a blogger, in this case, the Bravo Babe, for their own personal reasons. And then when it's not really going great, they're like, bye bye, blogger. I'm the, high housewife, and you're just like the little guy. I, I mean, this is something I know so well. This is what Teresa, scumbag lawyer, the scumbag lawyer. He's in New York City with a briefcase. All the papers are falling out. He drops a penny. The penny rolls into the middle of Fifth Avenue. He goes into the middle of Fifth Avenue, bends down, pants fall down, big ass crack hanging out. He's picking up that penny because he's an ambulance chaser and he needs that penny. And the cars are whizzing by. Well, now the speed bus is speeding down Fifth Avenue. Keanu's trying to stop it. Sandra Bullock is trying to stop it. Everyone on the bus is screaming, and the bus is coming right for Teresa's scumbag lawyer. Bam! It's gonna flat him. Boop. Now, we don't need to kill anyone off here, or I should say, for all you woke people out there, unalive anyone here today, I'm behind the velvet rope. But isn't this exactly the same thing? I mean, Katie, I got some words of advice for you later on, but to me, this is exactly what happened between Teresa and Melissa's old nose. And when it didn't, work out to Teresa's favor, Melissa's old nose is like, bye, bitch. So power to the Bravo Babe. Let's give her a name. Let's give her a moment as not just the blogger, but that's what these housewives do. It's what Teresa's lawyer tried to do to me here with this podcast. Margaret, oh, David, say this, say that. Oh, this didn't really happen with Melissa. This podcast, unlike many others, is not for sale. So we will observe what we see and we will call it like it is. Not Team Margaret, not Team Melissa, not Team Tamara, not we're Team all of you who are listening to get to the bottom of what's really going on. But does this work like this? Yes. And because as Heather Dubrow says, when she has a feeling about someone, she's never wrong. Sorry, I'm like a loser in life when it comes to changing a fucking light bulb. Like, let's not give me too much credit. I've got lots of, lack of skills in many areas. One of my I mean, I could tell in 2 seconds what you are trying to do. I got it. I could size up a person in 10 seconds. That's my strength. Like Dubrow, apparently. And I knew, I was like, oh my God, all of you are trying to pull the strings of this podcast here. No, no, no. You all have to go. Bye, Margaret. Bye, Aiden. Bye, Teresa. Bye, scumbag lawyer. I was not going to let it happen. And then we had other scumbags that were actually on the podcast on a regular basis that were trying to fucking manipulate the story from within. Hi, Dolores. No, you're not protected, girl. When you do something wrong, we're going to call it out. You're not special, sweetie. Anyway, David, bring it back to the OC because that's what we're talking about here. So I just think this is the same thing. And here we are. And look, I've seen the screenshots from the Bravo Babe who's in our DMs. And yeah, Katie, you reached out to her first, girl, unless my beady little eyes are deceiving me. So anyway, more on that later because Emily just gave an interview and I want to talk about that. Anyway, but to me, this is New Jersey style. Anyway, so there's that, and I didn't realize that was going to be like an actual storyline. And it all, of course, involves Tamra, that basically there was back and forth with her, and then, Katie wanted to get back at Tamra. Oh man. Is anyone else having Jersey PTSD with this? And do we like this? Is this 2025? Is this, I mean, the podcasters, the bloggers, it's a huge part of what goes on now. Is this just the inevitable, again, this is what happened to me with Jersey, and I said, fuck you. This is what we saw on Salt Lake last year. Is this just a part sign of the times that this is how it works now? Or is it like, no, too messy? You guys don't want this. That's a real question. Slip into the DMs. So it's going to be a thing here. Apparently, Katie versus Emily all season. I like you, Emily. I like you, Gina. You've earned your stripes, 7 seasons. I gave you your stripes like 2 seasons ago, so I don't want to hear it. Uh, Shannon calls her daughter. She's in a rave. The rave starts at 2:30 in the morning. Oh my God, to be young. I don't want that life anymore. Man, I like going to bed at like, I don't know. I would prefer to go to bed at like 5 p.m. if I'm being honest, but they tell me I should stay up to like 8 p.m. So I do. Okay. And that's why I'm up at the crack of dawn recording this because we're not missing an episode just because I'm on the road. Okay, so Heather, it's a money pit, it's a house, it's asbestos, you got to figure it out. Let's just sell the damn thing. Call your realtor flag that sold you the house and ream him out. Heather says we have to put down new floors, so at least we could sell it. 45K. Terry is like, excuse me, 45,000. Heather's like, oh, come on, darling. That's less than a handbag to me. My favorite brand is Hermes. Well, mine is Louis Vuitton, Heather. Hi, Dubrow. Anyway, we learned from Emily, which I love learning new things in life. I'm not Madonna, I'm not Cher, and I'm not Bethany Frankel. I know most, but I don't know it all. I mean, I never knew about, so I love learning things in life. I never knew about this ARFID, ARFID. Her son, Luke, has ARFID. It is not related to body dysmorphia. It is not like anorexia. It is not like bulimia. He is 10 years old. It is not that you don't want to eat to stay thin. It's just that he doesn't like food. He's starving, but he's very picky. He doesn't like most smells. He doesn't like certain colors of food, and he eats white rice. And apparently, Emily said that's one of the only things he eats is white rice. And she said this in an interview outside the show, and he apparently counts the rice. So if there's a plate of white rice, he wants to count every little rice thing, which I imagine that takes like 5 hours to count, and you lose count when you're on like number 2000. And that if it's not the right thing, he won't eat it. And it has nothing to do, and he doesn't make the connection between the fact that he is starving and yet is a picky eater. So look, my heart goes out to Emily. This is like a real life thing. The kid is 10 years old, he's a twin, and that's like, what do you do? And she's